Hi, I'm Ken Collins with Results for You, your trusted construction leadership coach. I'm going to talk to you about column number 3, alignment, within my foundational leadership model of doing business. Column 3 of all 4 columns is the one column most commonly skipped over in the construction industry. This is really the communication piece of any organization and really determines the level of engagement and energy found within and throughout the company. Are you finding yourself needing to improve employee engagement to avoid a culture of what seems like sleepwalking? I've been through organizations, my own organizations in the past, where the energy levels can be determined just by walking down the hallways, walking into the shop, and walking onto the job sites, and testing and gauging the energy level. So when I talk about energy, and then I mention the term sleepwalking, I think you know what I mean. So what is the essence of communication or the alignment column within foundational leadership? I'll tell you this. It's creating a culture where employees focus on something beyond profits because they wind up producing profits. What do I mean by that? An employee's job really matters when they get the sense and the feel that they're a part of something much bigger than themselves. We're highly directive in nature because of our task orientation in the construction industry. And so we're very direct and straight to the point. Most of the time, we're giving guidance and directions. Hey, this is how you do this. This is how you do that task. And all of a sudden then, our people can become caught in the tasks and the grind of the day-to-day things that go on in construction, but are also so prevalent in our success of projects as well. But what if they could do it with more energy? So, has your company even started at square one? Have you identified the sense of purpose within your company? What is the mission of the company? And what are the core values? Not what the reputation of the company is that anyone could go on a website and read, but how do you walk the talk? What is the character of your company? Once these have been established, have they been communicated? It's been my experience that companies will go through the exercise of developing a purpose, mission, and core value plan, and then roll it out once and expect it to stick. It's been my experience that repetition kills. And quite honestly, I think we've all experienced that when we've been involved in parenting at home. How often is it we have to communicate an expectation once and it's followed through? I think you know what I mean. And so part of being a culture is repetition, constant repeating things that are important within the company and the organization. I can recall my dad, who was an electrician by trade. As a teenager, he would take me out on job sites, and not once would he show me the conduit that he ran for the week, or the lights he installed, or the fixtures or the outlets that have been mounted. He would always say, Ken, for instance, at a mental health facility, can I come to work to build a facility that will help people become more productive to society and improve their lifestyle? Now, I can tell you on career day at school, I didn't say my dad was an electrician, and I didn't say he installed light fixtures and outlets and things like that. I did always share how my dad was contributing to the overall good of the community and the industry he might have been building a building for. I think you get my point there. And so this exercise is highly important, especially involving a select few from the organization as well. When you have this sense of purpose, it affects teamwork. It energizes teamwork. It also helps with cross-functional contributions. What do I mean by that? All too often in construction, we like our labels, departmental labels, group labels, office and field, engineering, sales, fabrication, and install. But boy, when the sense of purpose is very prominent throughout an organization, those silos tend to create bridges. Because we're all in it for the greater good of the whole, not the individual things we've been assigned to. And so this is highly, highly important. It also takes time and it takes work. I said repetition. This isn't we're just one and we're done. It takes repetition. Like all things in a culture, it's going to take work and there's heavy lifting. I have experienced in our industry that we move from strategy to execution pretty quick. It's what we do day to day in the projects that we get involved in. But boy, oh boy, are there missteps or rework or things that need to be done more than once or twice because this communication or alignment phase was not fully embraced, understood, or implemented. And so I would leave you with those thoughts. I would also say, too, that a big part of alignment is you hear about companies being open book. Oh, yes, we share information. Now, I know in visiting with organizations that level of sharing can be at different levels. And some are close to the vest. Some are very transparent in what's happening. I will tell you that it's been my experience that transparency breeds business acumen throughout the entire organization. And so I would encourage you to think about in the alignment column of foundational leadership to open up and share some of the things that you see as a business leader or business leadership team. Because I can tell you that business people take ownership, but our people cannot become business people unless you help educate them on the back office type things that are so important for our businesses to survive. What do I mean by that? A lot of the financial results. Cash flow. Why is it important to collect receivables quickly? Days sales outstanding. If we teach our people to become really good business people, like I mentioned in the column 1, people first, our leadership lid or business acumen will raise. The organization will rise along with it. And so I hope I gave you some good thoughts there. If you're further curious on this subject, I would encourage you to look below here and go to the Contact Me section. Reach out with your questions and contact information. I would love to help you with more on this subject.